Hey, Dan here, and in this video I want to talk about dealing with setbacks and bad days. Now, particularly, this seems to affect types like ENFPs and INFPs. I'm an ENFP myself, and it seems to be one of my Achilles heels, but it may also affect just about everybody. So pay attention, it's probably something that you can connect with. Now, when I say bad days, I mean those times when something comes up. Now, sometimes it's tied just to mood, health, what we're eating, and sometimes it's tied to a setback. So, for example, if you're a freelancer and you wake up in the morning, you check your email, which you should never do first thing in the morning, but let's say you do, you check your email and there's a client who hated your project, right? The night before you submitted the draft to them and they're pissed, they don't like it. Well, that's a setback. And for a lot of us, that kind of setback can throw our mood off. Suddenly we're feeling down on ourselves, we're feeling de-energized, we're feeling demotivated, and those thoughts can start to spiral out of control. I know, at least for myself, when I'd start to have those thoughts, they would continue and they would unfortunately grow. So what would start as one setback would become me second guessing my entire kind of purpose, what I was doing. Maybe I shouldn't be a copywriter. Maybe I don't have what it takes. Maybe, this isn't what I should do. What would it have been like if I got a job? Maybe, I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. And these thoughts can spiral and spiral. And I don't want that to happen to you. And so I want to go through what I've figured out can help stop this and keep you on track and turn those bad days around. Now, first of all, one of the things to think about is your mental state, right? Throughout our days and throughout our weeks, we have ups and downs in terms of how we feel about ourselves. Like our energy levels, our confidence, our just ability to focus. And during the good times, we're able to deal with hardship. If you're feeling really jacked up and excited and motivated and great about yourself, and then you get a bad email from a client, it's pretty easy to deal with that and say, you know what, screw them, that's their problem. Or, hey, I screwed up, I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna deal with it, right? But if you're feeling really stressed and overwhelmed and kind of beat down, it's the end of the day, you're out of energy, you're out of willpower, and you see that email, it's pretty easy to get destroyed by it. I had this experience recently. I was launching this new program of mine and working really long hours, and right in the crux, right when I was feeling kind of the most stress and the most self-doubt, like, is this gonna work? I had this kind of really negative comment that someone who should have been supportive kind of shared with me. And it totally sent me down. Like, for the next 3 hours, I was in a bad mood and it rattled me. Same comment the next day wouldn't have affected me. But in that moment, it did. So acknowledging that we have these different states is important, because as you become aware with it, or aware of it, then you can adjust your behavior and kind of react. So here's an example. If you know that you're having a bad day, right? So whatever happened, your energy's down, you're feeling down, you're second guessing yourself. Don't let that continue. Say to yourself, out loud if you need to, acknowledge it. Hey, I'm off my game right now. I'm not feeling on it. I'm not going to consider my life purpose today. This is not the time to decide what I should be doing with my life. Instead, take that time and focus on little things you can get done. I'm talking about chores, accounting, admin work, clearing out your emails, getting rid of newsletters. Not mine, keep my newsletters, they're really awesome, but everyone else's. And going through and basically catching up on stuff that you wouldn't otherwise do, but you'll feel productive getting done. So what this does is that at the end of the day, rather than feeling bad because you're having a bad day and then beat yourself up because you're having a bad day, you feel bad and then you acknowledge, hey, I'm not feeling that great. Then you work on it, you correct it in terms of taking baby steps. And at the end of the day, sure, you might not have got your big stuff done, your big important tasks for your business, but you've cleared up all this other stuff and you've made progress in the right direction. So at the end of the day, you're gonna feel a lot better about yourself, and you can start the next day fresh with that positive feeling. Whereas if you're really off your game and then you try to force it and you just try to keep going and you can't, then you can just start beating yourself up And that can create the cycle, right? Where you feel guilty, you feel shameful that you can't focus or you can't change your mood, and then it gets worse and worse. Now, on the other side of things, we have kind of I call it the Tony Robbins attitude of you can do it. You can always change your state. You can always put yourself in whatever mood you want. And yes, there is some truth to this, but not all the time. And I believe that this attitude of anything is possible, you can have full control of your mind, as I call it, like the Tony Robbins attitude. It's inspiring and it's empowering at times, but it's also disempowering. Because if you believe that you can always take control and that everyone, like these gurus, are always perfect, then when you have bad days, they get worse because you create the shame cycle. You feel guilty that you have a bad day, and then it makes you doubt your ability to maybe be an entrepreneur or be successful because you say, I'm having these bad days, I can't control myself. It must mean that I'm meant to be a failure or I can't do it. And that's BS. Everyone has these kind of days. These guru people have these days. And if you're a creative people or a creative person, which none of these gurus are, they're not creators, you're especially prone to ups and downs, right? Because we're hard on ourselves. We judge our work and we demand kind of perfection from ourselves. And so it's natural you're going to be self-critical, and it's natural you're going to have ups and downs. And accepting that, getting rid of the shame, and just making the most of those days, for me, has been really powerful with basically just overall being more productive and staying focused. So where before, one really bad day might spiral into 2 or 3 where just nothing would get done. Now I can have a bad day which will sort of turn into a chore day, and at the end of the day I'll have a clean apartment, I'll have caught up on some tax documents or accounting, and I won't feel so bad. I'll end the day, maybe hang out with friends, sort of boost my mood before the next day. And rather than have lost 2 or 3 days because of a down period, I end up just having one kind of admin day where I catch up on chores and stuff, and then the next day feel great again and start over. So that's my advice. If you're feeling like you're off on a certain day, that it's not, it's not right for you, you've maybe got a really bad setback from a client or something bad comes up, accept it. Accept that, hey, this is how you're going to feel for a bit. Make the most of it and start doing something else, whether it's admin work or some chores or going to the gym, going to exercise, and that will actually turn around your whole day and you'll be getting stuff done and being productive. So lots of positive benefits. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, or if you didn't, or if you don't even know what's happening right now, please subscribe to my channel. Not please, just do it. I don't have to beg you. We're friends here. I'm giving you good content. You're, subscribing, which makes me feel good about myself and have more good days. More good days I have, more videos I can make. It's like a positive cycle here. That's it. Subscribe. See you soon. Have an awesome day. Ciao.